In preparation for his upcoming kickboxing title defense against Wei Ru, I've decided to break down how Jonathan Haggerty won his world title and how he became a two-sport world champion. So let's break it down. Haggerty had a very clear speed advantage in this fight. In the footwork and the punch speed, you could constantly see Haggerty just kind of getting Andrade to chase him and just jabbing and moving and just being significantly quicker. The commentary team points this out multiple times. And this, not only because Haggerty's just an extremely fast fighter, but because Fabricio Andrade, while having an extensive Muay Thai and kickboxing career, is about 4 years removed from training primarily Muay Thai. Now, when you see MMA fighters transition to kickboxing or boxing or just any other sport, vice versa, one thing you'll notice, the difference is the speed. If you're a purist, if you're primarily a boxer and you go to MMA, your hand speed will be significantly faster, right? And Haggerty's hand and kick speed was light years ahead of Andrade's. Now, typically the way to beat Haggerty is pressure and body shots, or at least that's what people assume it is, because Rod Tang had a lot of pressure with a lot of success with pressure and body shots. But it's a lot more complex than that. We see Fabricio Andrade pressure forward, just putting up a high guard and, minimal defense other than that, relying on his chin and just sort of walking forward in a straight line. That's why Haggerty had so much success cutting off angles. But Haggerty, obviously wanting to keep space, starts beautifully utilizing the teep. We see a couple times here. It's his best weapon. Just punting it like straight to either right to the guard or to the hip just to stop Andrade's pressure. He was able to do that at will. We also see him mixing in some inside leg kicks. I've talked about this before with a southpaw versus orthodox matchup. It's a great way to blow out the leg, and it does stop people from coming forward. And also, right, because Haggerty's a switch stance fighting, does a lot of step throughs, every time he'd get backed up, if he just step into southpaw, get Andrade to take a few steps forward, and then he'd step forward and switch back into orthodox. He didn't even have to throw any strikes. It would stop Andrade in his tracks. Just take a look here. Here we see Haggerty use that to lead Andrade into attacks. Here he's jabbing and, circling, and he steps back to southpaw. Fabricio starts moving forward. Haggerty steps through to get Fabricio to stop in his tracks. Uses the left hook to peel the hand away. Lands a right hand down the center as Fabricio is going for the inside leg kick, something that Haggerty countered quite a lot in this fight. Then resets, jab, cross, switch left high kick. A combination he found a lot of success with throughout the fight, that jab, cross, high kick. Then here we see Haggerty step back into southpaw. He actually ends up backing himself into a corner, and as he switches backwards into southpaw, he uses the ropes and he loads up a left hook using the momentum of the switch to also get himself out of the corner. Or here we see Haggerty's pressuring forward, steps back into southpaw to get Andrade to start moving forward, and Haggerty throws a jump knee or a jump switch knee, which doesn't land, but against someone who's trying to pressure you a lot, it's good to mix those kinds of things in. Andrade regularly went to the inside low kick, as Haggerty tends to have a much wider, more aggressive stance. But Haggerty did a very good job at either just eating the leg kick or checking it. Eventually, he realized that Andrade's kicks are nowhere near as fast as his hands, so he just starts beating him to the punch. Here we see Haggerty step through with the left hook and a right hand as Andrade is going for an inside low kick. We see that again a few more times, and he just consistently punches that attack. We see him even go jab, cross to the body, left hook up top. Just simple stuff, but it's working really well for him. Andrade, while in MMA, keeps his hands very low. In kickboxing, he keeps his hands extremely high to his own detriment. So every time Haggerty even so much as feints, he just puts up the high guard, and Haggerty recognizes this, so he pumps out, his left shoulder and goes to a hook around the body, and he does it long and tries to almost reach around like to the back, to the kidneys, to make sure that even if Andrade, crunches down, he's still not blocking it. And you see that happen twice here. Now, Haggerty had a lot of success with just the jab cross down the center. It became a laser beam throughout this fight. He was landing it constantly. And he starts mixing things up by going jab and then cross to the body, and then obviously going back to jab cross to the head, just to mix up targets, essentially using Andrade as target practice. As Haggerty starts growing in confidence and Andrade realizes that he needs to start reacting to the combinations, Haggerty starts having a lot more success with the left hook. You see he goes jab, then cross to the body, then left hook up top as Andrade is trying to counter. You see, jab, cross to the body, then jab, and then a hook around the guard as jabbing to the front gets the guard to sort of come forward and allows for the left hook to come around the side. And just in general, starting to end the combinations with the left hook as the jab cross brings the guard forward, allows the left hook to land. Simple stuff, but a really effective way to manipulate the guard just by using strikes. Haggerty really wanted to land his left high kick in this fight. He was throwing it constantly. And credit to Andrade, it was the strike that he was defending the most. He was able to just very effectively lean back out of the way. And Haggerty even tried doing, jab cross, switch left high kick to try and disguise it, and Andrade was either blocking it or, slipping back out of the way. But Haggerty's pretty smart with his offense. He gets backed up against the fence, right? Throws a jab to put up the high guard, then he skips forward and he almost jumps, right? So Andrade immediately just starts backpedaling, right? He doesn't, stay in place and move his head, he doesn't cut any angle, he's a very linear fighter, he's very in, out, right? So Haggerty steps through and he covers a lot of distance with a step. It gets him into southpaw and he lands the high kick right on the temple, just on top of the dome. And this photo of Andrade does not show how badly hurt he was. He completely buckled. And Haggerty is an absolute beast at finishing someone when they're hurt. He just swarms and he doesn't stop. And he just puts, all technique aside and just starts swinging. But eventually he realizes he needs to calm down, and as Andrade is backing up, just a 1-2 down the pipe, you're backing up, you get hit, you're already rocked, you don't have your feet under you, you're going down. Very impressive performance by Haggerty to win a second world title. Just a little side quest before he went and fought Felipe Lobo, which was a very difficult fight but an impressive performance from Haggerty nonetheless, and he adapted to the kickboxing rules perfectly, no issues at all. Do I think he's going to beat Ru? Yes, I do. I think there's a lot of argument that Ru lost against Akimoto. I haven't watched the fight personally. I'll go and watch it later and maybe do a breakdown on it, but a lot of people don't think he won the fight. And Haggerty, sure, he got knocked out in 50 seconds by Superlek. Superlek is a generational talent, so I do not hold it against him that he got knocked out by Superlek. So, very excited to see Haggerty's next fight, and I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. So, anyway guys, that's all.